Hola and hello guys, ¿cómo están? I am back with another speed paint commentary video. Today's drawing is going to be yet again another MLP related illustration. What can I say, I'm kind of on a roll. The new show is coming and I'm kind of excited even though the animation is hella wonky. But I'm trying to stay positive. So these days I have very little time to draw things just for the hell of it outside of my sketchbook. I don't have a portable tablet, so the free time I have for doodling, I reserve for traditional media. You gotta stretch the traditional muscles as much as the digital ones, mark my words on that. A few weeks ago, amidst the moving, I had a small pocket of free time, so I decided to enjoy it before having to pack my tablet and the rest of my things. This is the piece that resulted from that. About a week ago, I was talking with a friend about how Hitch and Zipp interacted with one another. How as a ship, they work really well, but also even without being one. And for some reason, that stuck with me after a few days, and I started playing with different scenarios in my head. Because we still know very little about these characters and their dynamics, we can only base ourselves from surface level interactions. The first season isn't even out yet by the time I'm recording this video, so every headcanon one might have is actually pretty valid. We really don't know many things for sure, and that's part of what makes it fun to explore how these dynamics would work and how the characters would react and behave in different situations. We already know that the current main 5 are in some ways embodiments of one or more of the personalities of our beloved main 6. Some characters resemble each other more, obviously. For example, Izzy is very much reminiscent of Pinkie Pie. Pip can also be somewhat linked to Rarity, but not in its entirety. Sunny has Twilight's passion, Hitch carries Fluttershy's kindness towards animals, and Zipp is the combination of Rainbow Dash and Applejack. At least, that's the way I see it. Our main 5 have their own personalities, their own strengths. They're not just carbon copies of the ponies that preceded them, but they carry a part of them, which in turn results in familiar characters, but with different responses towards certain situations. So, knowing that, let's talk about Hitch and Zipp. Hitch Trailblazer, Maritime Bay's resident sheriff, tasked to keep the peace and order among the newly integrated races. In the movie, he's portrayed as assertive, in control, and responsible, a little bit of a stickler for rules. Confidence is not something he seems to lack, but in the Make Your Mark special, his confidence is lowered and he is portrayed feeling rather uncomfortable breaking up conflicts. He's not as assertive anymore and seems somewhat insecure. I don't know if this was a change made so he would resemble Fluttershy more, or if it was a conscious change that was made with story or character development purposes. But his kindness towards animals and creatures smaller than him have also been maxed out, giving this male character a nurturing edge, and that is something that I very much adore. Zipp Storm, the older princess and heir to the throne of Zephyr Heights. At first glance, she is Rainbow Dash reincarnated, but pay closer attention and you see she isn't exactly that. True, Zipp is a daredevil, loves to fly and parkour through the rocky terrain surrounding her kingdom. Keyword parkour. This previously non-flying Pegasus has learned to use her legs and agility to their best capacity, and now that she has regained the ability to fly, no doubt she'll become adept at it too. But this skill is not something born entirely out of talent. It was never born out of magic either, but from math. Yes, if you pay closer attention to the information available, Zipp's hidden talent is being really good at math. If we go back to the movie, when she takes Izzy and Sunny to her hideout, we can also see a board covered with numbers and graphs. Clearly a nod to her trying to solve her non-flying issue at the time. Not only that, but Zipp has also been proven to be centered, in control. She's kind of like the voice of reason. She's not brash or hot-headed and very much likes to analyze problems and situations. This usually is portrayed as her behaving sort of like a detective. If we were to measure the main 5 in mental maturity, Hitch and Zipp would definitely be first picks. Sunny would come after them, and tailing them would be Izzy and Pip. With what we've seen, Hitch and Zipp are the ones who seem to be more leveled at keeping their cool and logic in situations. We haven't really seen them being brash or impulsive or silly. I must admit, though, that all of what I am saying is me basing my opinions on the movie and the Make Your Mark special. Because no, I have not seen the 2D shorts, and I just can't, guys. I can't, okay? Just forgive me on this one. With new characters come new interactions. Sunny and Izzy balance each other very nicely. Pip and Izzy together just boom out with creativity. Sunny and Hitch have this seasoned love back and forth banter, and it's just an ode to lifelong friends. Zipp and Sunny make a really good leadership team. And finally, the subject of today's video, Hitch and Zipp, who are just really fun to watch. It's very, it's very teasy, flirty. It's a back and forth that's different from the one between Hitch and Sunny. We have seen Hitch and Sunny interact in a playful manner. There's always this level of comfort, familiarity. When Sunny pushes his buttons, Hitch doesn't really get too affected by it. Mostly he relents or tries to reason with her by being real about the situation. There's this genuine sweetness to it, and it's very endearing. But that changes with Zipp and Hitch. Zipp is more assertive, she's more teasing. The dialogue between them is more coded as one of a playful jabbing, where Hitch always seems to lose his footing and be flustered. But it's not just the flirty energy itself that I like. I like what it entails. Chemistry, a deeper bond, the ability to be comfortable just because. That's kind of what I get from them, and it's a goldmine to explore when it comes to coming up with scenarios. So that's what I based myself on when I started working on this drawing. What would a more cultivated relationship look like between these two? What scenarios could result from it? And how would they behave? That was my fuel. I imagine a situation in which Zipp has been overtaken a little bit too much by her daredevil confidence, a little too trusting of her math, and not really open to the concerns of everyone. Maybe Hitch specifically? Being a safety-first pony and a stickler for rules, maybe he voices his concern a little too strongly, causing Zipp to think that he wasn't confident in her abilities or herself, making her even more set into executing her new flying stunt. So of course, she does, and she fails, and she gets hurt, just like everyone was afraid of, just what Hitch had been worried about. We cut to the current scene, and he's patching her up because, the sheriff knows first aid or whatever, it doesn't matter, and proceeds to scold the crap out of her. Something she's not used to at all, even less from him. Not in the sense that she hasn't been scolded before, but because this time it was very much warranted. This makes her act out. A character that is so used at being the voice of reason surely would not respond well at losing control, and this in turn causes Hitch to go full-on voice of reason, causing then an argument between the both of them that is only really allowed to exist because of their close relationship. It is just fun to imagine scenarios where these dynamics between characters are happy and carefree, but maybe it's because I'm addicted to drama or something else. But sometimes it's even more fun to see how those dynamics would play in situations of stress or high tension. Those are opportunities to exercise the unfiltered selves of the characters, where logic takes a back seat to strong emotions. And it's just a great opportunity to develop more depth into the characters we like or the characters we create. Well, this has been a tad too profound for an MLP fan art piece, but hey, that is just how I roll. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have a scenario for My Little Pony Gen 5 that you would like me to take a crack at, describe it, leave it in the comments. And if I like it a lot, maybe I'll draw it. Links to my socials are also in the description below. Thank you so much. Nos vemos en el siguiente video. Bye bye.